If you've had it with your IBS symptoms, then this is the perfect video for you. So stay tuned until the end to find out how you can relieve your symptoms in a completely natural and non-overwhelming way. And for more juicy gut health advice, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you stay updated on whenever I post a new video. My name is Anna, and I'm a holistic health and nutrition coach, and I help people be free of digestive issues, pain, and fatigue, and instead having their energy back, feeling light, free, and vibrant in their bodies. And I know that having IBS symptoms can be extremely overwhelming with unpredictable flare-ups, constantly feeling low on energy, and simply just not feeling like yourself. With that said, the good news are that today, with the right diet and lifestyle choices, you can relieve your IBS symptoms so that you are in control of your IBS and not the other way around. All right, so before we go on, I would really love to hear from you. So let me know in the comments below what your biggest frustration and struggle is with having IBS. All right, so in this video, I wanted to mainly focus on diet and the food aspect of things, and especially something known as the low FODMAP diet. Maybe you've heard of it, maybe you haven't. Either way, we're gonna just get into and talk first about what are FODMAPs. So simply put, FODMAPs are a type of carbohydrate found in plant-based foods. So plant-based foods, we're talking legumes, vegetables, fruits, nuts, whole grains, etc. So non-animal based foods. And when it comes to FODMAPs, so there are 5 different categories, and I'm just going to share those in the description below for your reference. But most importantly, what I wanted to highlight also here in this video to you is that FODMAPs are not well absorbed. So that means that they actually rely on your community of healthy gut bacteria to process them and pretty much do all the work. That means that when you're having a damaged or very sensitive gut, so for example, when you're having IBS and your healthy gut community isn't that big yet, it's very, very challenging for them to actually process the FODMAPs and carry out all of the work. And as a result, that's why symptoms such as bloating, gas, and diarrhea can come up from that. All right, so now you might be thinking, okay, well, Anna, let's just skip all the FODMAPs then, and then we'll just feel amazing. We don't have to deal with all these symptoms, etc. But it's actually not that easy. And I think this is one of the key points that I wanted to highlight as well. Because many FODMAPs, a lot of the FODMAPs are actually very healthy and essential for your gut. They actually feed your healthy gut bacteria. So that means that if you start to eliminate FODMAPs for a long time or even permanently, you're actually starting to starve your healthy gut bacteria community, which means that you are actually doing more harm than good for your gut. All right, so with that said, let's switch over to and talk about the low FODMAP diet. So first of all, so there are plant-based foods that are lower in FODMAPs, and then we have plant-based foods that are higher in FODMAPs. And so for example, when you have a more sensitive or damaged gut, so for example, if you're having IBS, it can be a really good idea to do a low FODMAP diet for a short period of time. And what I mean by that is to do it for maybe about 2 to 6 weeks. This is something you would have to experiment with, and also depending on your situation and your conditions, etc. But just I wanted to highlight that it's supposed to be done only for a short period of time, not 6 months, not 2 years. The low FODMAP diet was developed as a way to kind of just help to reset your gut and be gentle to your gut before you start to introduce more of the higher FODMAP plant-based foods again. And so with that said, we always want to focus on getting back into abundance and getting away from restriction. And so the low FODMAP diet was developed at Monash University, and they also have a fantastic app which can be very helpful when you're starting to kind of explore this area as well. I would say that it's important, and the best way to do this in the right way is to get support from someone, but the app is a very, very helpful tool just to kind of learn about and, you know, kind of get into and understand how the low FODMAP diet works, and also just to have a reference for all the different foods. So I just wanted to quickly show you what the app actually looks like. All right, so if we get into the app and then press on Food Guide, then we can type in, let's say, for example, banana, and then you'll see different options here, and let's press a banana ripe one. And here you'll just get an overview of what portion size is high FODMAP and what portion size is low FODMAP. So when everything is green, it's low FODMAP, something is red, it's high FODMAP. Then you can also go into different categories, for example, fruit. So here you'll just get a lot of different kind of fruits, and you can also see which ones are high FODMAPs and which ones are low. For example, avocado. Then you also see the different portion sizes again here, what is high FODMAP and what is low FODMAP. So it's a really, really nice tool to be able to use just to have a reference for different kinds of foods. All right, so I think one of the key points here is just that plant-based foods are not out to harm you. It's just that with some plant-based foods, you just need to go a bit more slowly and introduce them more gradually, just to make sure that your gut can actually build up its strength and just handle them properly. It's the same, you know, let's just use an example. If you're gonna start going to the gym, for example, and you haven't been working out for, let's say, a year. I mean, at least I wouldn't go and do like a CrossFit session in that case. That will probably be very, very harsh, and I probably wouldn't be able to walk for like a week after that. So it's kind of the same here. You want to focus on, you know, building things up slowly. So you can think about, you know, kind of the gut also having muscles, and you want to build them up in a very sustainable way. Again, high FODMAP foods are healthy and essential to strengthen your healthy gut community. So we don't want to take them out for too long. And again, I think it's just important to talk about this because the number one thing to do when it comes to healing your gut, building up your gut, having a strong gut, and essentially also you know, healing yourself, having optimal health, feeling energized, vibrant, joyful, light-free, whatever it is that you want to feel in your body, you always want to start with your gut. A lot of the, you know, the key to overall health and well-being is really in the gut. So, and again, for optimal gut health, what you want to focus on is diversity of plant-based foods. So different types, different textures, and so on. And that's why, again, it can be very harmful if you're starting to eliminate and restrict a lot of the plant-based foods. So again, low FODMAP diet supposed to be for a short-term period, just to kind of reset your gut and just be kind to your gut, and then you want to start to introduce more of the plant-based foods from there. So if you're ready to heal your gut and relieve your IBS symptoms, then make sure to apply for my program, Your Healthy Happy Gut, by booking your free consultation call with me today. So I'm just gonna leave the link to book in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. And I would also love to know what your biggest takeaway was from this video, so make sure to share that with me in the comments below. And with that said, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you soon again.